Game on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Joel Embiid.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Green is out there with MP. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Maxey. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard. And for the Knicks, Nick Richards out there with Keegan Murray. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Dadier in at the small forward. Brunson the pass to Murray. And teams getting geared up, Greg, for the stretch run. Does that give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh, yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the lottery.
Maxey kicks to MP. Outside, Maxey. Back to MP. 6 to shoot. MP sets the screen for Maxey. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. About a minute played so far here in the first. Richards finds Murray. Pass to Dadier. Launches a three. Green with the rebound. Brunson against MP. And the dunk by MP. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And, Kevin, something we'd only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I did talk to New York's head coach. Well, we talked about how difficult a matchup Joel Embiid can be for a defense. Coach told me it's all about not letting him get established down low and making him try to beat us with longer shots. If we do that, I think we'll be fine. Of course, saying it on the sidelines is one thing and doing it on the court, quite another. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's MP following the score by New York.
Look at MP getting slick with it. That's a great move to have at the ready.
Murray outside. Floats it up for Murray. Nabbing another steal.
And the thief strikes again. He's piled up so many steals this season.
And the effort has been there all year long. And now he is tied for second on the list for most steals. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Richards. Brunson against Maxey. Fires from deep. And McBride gets it to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
MP dishes to Green. Kendall controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the league is still buzzing, Greg, about MP registering a quadruple double.
One of the greatest all-around games in league history. MP is an incredible talent, and you know he'll put on another show here tonight.
Here's Richards. Following the basket by MP. Brunson with it. Now defended by Embiid. Brunson, no good. So for the 76ers, the last game, a win against the Lakers in L.A.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, There's no time like the present, and it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Brunson. 26 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Really left alone that time. Nadier's got 5.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
And MP throws it down hard.
MP, a showman for sure. He has truly arrived.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Knicks trail by 6. Now Brunson, still scoreless. There's a good screen. Pass to Dadier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murray for 3. And the rejection by MP. Just 3 to shoot. Launches from deep.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Yeah, those are the shots you want, but they've been trickling out on them, guys. They've just got to stay with it. Persist in getting those good shots inside, and they'll drop.
MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
And so it's New York with it. 76ers getting the bucket. Brunson, no good. MP outside. And MP throws it down.
Showing a lot of muscle on the interior. MP unaffected by the defense there.
Here's Brunson. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Richards, no good. And so, MP will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department in that.
And another steal for him.
And he's already salted away the second most steals in a season. And now he's done it again.
Call it activity. Call it premonition. It's all of that and more. No doubt, he ranks among the greatest pickpockets in NBA history. What a thief! And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Wood, he's checked in for New York. And with plenty of games still ahead, here's a quick rundown of the power rankings thus far. You take a look at the Clippers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now for the 76ers, they believed they were the best team entering the year. Others believed it too, and we've seen nothing to dissuade that assumption.
Maxey against Brunson. There's the pick. Here's Dadier. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Good on the three-point shot.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Brunson against Maxey. Maxey with the block.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
And the 3 off target. Knicks trail by 18.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McBride with the ball. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. MP with a screen on Brunson. Back to MP. Driving inside. It's rebounded by New York. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Pass to McBride. Hits the three-point bomb. McBride's got his second basket of the night.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And the dunk by MP.
MP squeezing all that juice he can get out of that arm. What a night he's had.
Brunson scanning the floor. Over in the corner, Wood. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers leading by 15, and the wide-open shot from Green. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Brunson against Maxey. The shot's good from Brunson.
Hopefully that calms him down a little bit, settles his nerves after starting the game 0 for 6.
The drive by MP. They kick it out to Green. Back to MP. The shot, no good. Good D by Wood.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Pass to McCain. MP with a screen on Brunson. Maxey, no good. Knicks trail by 16. And here's Brunson. Here's Dadier. He's covered by Maxey. Knocked loose. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. And Embiid throws it down.
And Embiid has a really high basketball IQ, superb at recognizing when to leap for the alley-oop jam.
Embiid's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Pass to McCain. Screen by MP. A nice shot by McCain. And the 76ers lead by 19.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Lakers put on a show. He picked up 67 points, and the points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple double. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Here's Dadier, guarded by Green. 4 on the clock. They need this. And it's Brunson missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
I got ball. Outside, Maxey. MP sets the screen for Maxey. Buries it from three-point range. Maxey's got 5 points so far.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Brunson against Maxey. Brunson with a clean look, and he's back in business as a jumper finally drops for him.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And so it's Philadelphia finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
We've got Wilson out there with Holiday. Then there's Murray. And it's Wood in at the power forward position. They're the group New York will start the second with. Holiday, the pass to Murray. Now here is Holiday. Back to Murray. Kept alive. Pass to Wilson. Outside for Murray. Holiday surveying the floor. Here's Wilson. Murray for three. Cans it from downtown.
And really, since day one in the NBA, Murray's shown he has the ability to knock down the three. You can't give him space, especially in the corner.
Hey, MP not messing around or playing around inside. He's dropping the hammer, folks.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance. They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Holiday. Tries a three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And
whoa! I can't believe
what
that!
I just saw!
Oh my God!
Unreal!
Well, MP sensed his opportunity and did not hold back on the drive.
Reeves against Wilson. Pass to Holiday from deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. MP's got 11 rebounds in the game. Good, and Grant gets the assist. MP's got 24.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Wood, and the layup's good off the glass.
This is why guys love playing with Holiday. I mean, because of how unselfish he is.
Reeves finds MP. Yet another bucket.
And as he continues to pile up the points, he is moving into elite company.
Creeping up, moving up on the fourth highest scoring season in league history. They set the screen. The shot by Holiday, no good. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 15-5 run. Here's MP driving the lane. They recover it. Reeves can't hit. New York's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. Now Holiday, he has yet to score. Murray outside. From deep, Wood. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Pass to Council. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's MP. Makes it off the glass. 28 points for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Murray against Grant. Wilson kicks to Murray. Outside Holiday. Offensive rebound. Outside Wilson. Grant against Murray. New York needs to get off a shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action.
Here's MP. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
The Knicks shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Reeves against Brunson. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Off target from outside.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Kendall. And MP throws it down hard.
Well, I like the flash and splash by MP. A touch risky, but go ahead and do your thing, young fella.
Pass to Wood. Ring shot on the way. MP grabs the miss. MP's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Reeves outside. Here's Grant. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
The superb work ethic of Grant. My, what a nice, soft touch inside.
And the Knicks with possession here. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by MP. Reeves left side. Hits the jumper in space.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Reeves against Brunson. To end the run. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brunson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the 3, and boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly. Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
The 76ers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. He's off on the second.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic, because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Murray's checked in for New York.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Second team foul.
Launches it. It's good from long range. McCain's got 6.
MP keeping his teammates engaged.
Here's Brunson. 9 points in the game so far. On the wing, Murray. New York, no good that time either.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Green passes to MP. MP sets the screen for Maxey. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 8.
The unbridled confidence of Maxey at the arc, you can see it and feel it. He knows how good he is.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
Connects again.
That ties him for the 4th most points in a single season.
An extended scoring tear for him, for sure. We're witnessing one of the greatest offensive years we've ever seen. Here's Richards, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And again.
It's hard to understate just how special his season's been. This is something we see once in a generation.
He now has the 4th highest scoring season of all time. Murray kicks to Brunson. Beyond the arc. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight. Here's MP. The shot's good. MP's got 39.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Brunson finds Richards. Pass to McBride. New York moving it around. Murray. And the rejection by MP.
Get the perimeter.
5 to shoot. Outside for Murray. Back to McBride. Misses the 3. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Pass to Murray. Brunson up top, headed by Green. And the rejection by MP.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Out left to the wing. MP with a screen on Murray. Back to MP. He's feeling it. The rebound by Richards.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's McBride, guarded by Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jalen Green. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
And it's really baffling. I don't know how he lost his touch at the line so dramatically, guys. I mean, and it happened quickly as well. He's nowhere close to what he shot from the line last season.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. That's going to send Tyrese Maxey to the line. That's on Keegan Murray. We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer.
Here's McCain. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Maxey against Brunson. In the corner, Murray with it. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's MP, and he goes big with the dunk right over Keegan Murray.
I mean, how do you guard that? MP is sometimes so elusive with the rock.
And it's It's Murray with the jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
MB getting it done for Philadelphia. His stat line has been terrific. As the quarter ends, he's already got a double-double. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference stands.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the 76ers.
Well, they were the tougher team in that half, and it showed up in a number of ways. Just look at the rebounding numbers, Ernie.
Yeah, that differential really sticks out. It's one of the ways they overwhelm you. Thanks for joining us. Now let's...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. We've got Green, Joel Embiid out there with MP. Then there's Maxey. And it's McCain in at the 2. Here's McCain. And they had their chances, 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Brunson finds Murray. And the rejection by MP. Here's McCain. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here.
Hey, look at yours, look at yours.
McBride with the ball. Murray outside. From deep, Brunson. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Embiid, no good. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Brunson outside. Wide open look here for Murray. And the Knicks miss again. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And there's the bucket from MP.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Knocks it loose. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Brunson goes in. Some solid defense from Maxey.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
MP with it, now guarded by Murray. Green against Brunson. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Inside, back to Brunson. Pass to Dodgier. To end the drought. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All right, a moment to check out stats for MP. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
Murray against MP. Screen by MP. McCain's shot is off. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Here's McCain. And Dadier pulls it down. Knicks have gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's rebounded by New York. Richards got 8 rebounds in this game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Some nice passing by New York here. Brunson, good.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
To the middle, here's Embiid. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. That's 12 points for Joel Embiid. New York's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Pass to Dadier. Murray outside. Now McBride. 8 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. Richards. And it's MV with the rebound. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-5 run here. Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Clearly an MVP caliber talent now. Embiid continues to impress with his versatility on both ends. A man that big shouldn't be able to do the stuff that he does with the ball.
For 3, Murray. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 5 here tonight. The drive by MP. And MP throws it down.
Oh, man, I love to see that. MP elevating.
And here's Brunson. He's got 16. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish.
And that's what it takes, guys. Athleticism, coordination, and a bunch of confidence and fearlessness.
Pass to Council. MP against Brunson. And again, MP. MP's got 8 points in the quarter.
And this is the thing about MP. He has the poise to take high percentage shots.
On the wing, Murray. Traps in the tray. Murray's got 14 points.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
53.
Now, here's MP. MP sets the screen for Grant. Pass to Council. Here's Kendall. And got it! Another basket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
New York shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. And here's Brunson outside. It's hauled in by MP. Philadelphia's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch, this guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Talk about lift and flight. MP don't do him like that.
Here's Holiday. Nothing on the board. And stolen by MP. And another one falls. Amazing. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And so Holiday will bring it up for the net. And the foul called on MP. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Both teams will make substitutions. Holiday with it. There's the pick. Clark, when you played, virtually every team had an enforcer. But that is a rare breed, it seems, in today's game.
Yeah, that's a good observation by you, I think, Kevin. I mean, a lot of teams had more than one enforcer back in the early 80s when I was playing. There's less physicality in general in the NBA today. And I think that's why you see fewer enforcers, and there's a much greater premium on skill level than the enforcement component that existed in the early 80s and maybe a little beyond that.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
MP passes to Grant. Quickly kicks to MP. Shot clock at 6. Good D by Wood. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Wilson, he's checked in for Nick Richards. Now Holiday, still yet to score. Pass to Wood. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Here's Kendall. And here is Quickly. Clock at 6. MP with a screen on Holiday. The shot's good from Quickly. Quickly's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can't be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Here's Wilson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game.
Holiday knows how to open things up out there. A high-quality facilitator.
Stolen by Wilson. Tipped away. Holiday left side. Pass to McBride. Fires for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McBride's got 11.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
122.
Philadelphia's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Council. Kicks it out to Grant. Quickly the pass to MP. 1:29 left in the third quarter of the game. McBride offline with his 3. Philadelphia shooting an impressive 61% from the field in this third quarter. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Kendall, and the dunk by MP.
Boy, this team needs to keep getting the rock to MP. He's been feeling it all night.
Outside Holiday. Down low, and the rejection by MP.
Not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
New York shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question. He got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Knicks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
The Knicks making a switch here. Wilson's checked in. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
MP finds Reeves on the wing. MP. Again, what an avalanche.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now.
How about the handles from MP, showing he's not afraid to get creative with the ball.
And Green gets it to go.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head in. Ends up going with the new group.
Get in there.
The Knicks shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. We've got Jalen Brunson. Keegan Murray is out there with Nick Richards. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Dadier in at the three. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Oh, gritty make by Brunson. That guy plays way bigger than his size.
We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players, so I think it's a good thing overall.
They set the pick, a baseline J, and there's another one for the Knicks.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the 76ers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And reaching an impressive milestone on the year, this will be win number 60. And guys, they have played so well this season, I think pretty much any given night, they've come in with that swagger and attitude, and they've really backed it up.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for MP.
Boy, I thought he did a little bit of everything out there tonight, notching the triple-double in style. He was a difference maker.
McBride passes to Brunson. They get it back, and the rejection by MP. Quickly kicks to MP. He got it again! Sensational!
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. MP, that's for two. And the dunk by MP.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg,